Hello, everybody. Happy Friday night. Hope yours is going well, and it's time to get into it. Another Washington Huskies video, another pregame video for the purple and gold. And it was an interesting week for the team because first we had our Apple Cup get canceled tragically, unfortunately. Um, I think it's the first time the Apple Cup has ever been canceled. The first time, maybe ever, that we've not played the Cougars in a college football season because, as far as I know, the game is not being rescheduled. It's just straight up not going to be played. So, yeah, that's unfortunate no matter how you slice it, and no matter what I'm going to say in the rest of this video, that sucks. But we did manage to schedule another game, which surprised me because I really thought it was going to be too late and there was no way we would be able to fit in another game here. But the Utah Utes came in clutch for us. We're going to be playing Utah tomorrow, and we had the opportunity to maybe play BYU, but they turned it down. I don't know why. BYU would probably be favored in that game, and they need to play more games if they want to push their ranking up. But you know, um, maybe there's something there that I'm just not aware of. But anyway, we are playing the Utah Utes, the 0-1 Utah Utes. They played one game this year, so we don't have a great idea of what Utah is. In years past, I'm used to a Utah team that is very good defensively. We've actually drafted a few of their best defensive players in recent years on the Seahawks with Blair and Cody Barton. So I'm used to the Utes having a strong defense. It doesn't seem like it's the case so far this year after one game. They faced USC in their first game. The run defense held up very well outside of one big play. I will say that for them. Other than the 147-yard run they gave up to USC, their run defense actually had a really solid game. But their pass defense was kind of ripped up a little bit by Slovis, I think is how you say it, Slovis. So I don't know if this Utah defense is going to be able to bring the same kind of fire that they've had in years past. And I don't think they've really made up for it with their offense. At least through one game, we can say that the Utah offense also leaves much to be desired. They played two different quarterbacks against USC, and neither QB played particularly well. They turned it over 3 times on offense. The running game was okay, not great. The only thing I can say about Utah positively after their first game against USC is they stopped the run pretty well. And that does provoke some interesting potential results in tomorrow night's game because the Huskies, even though they passed the ball quite well in their last game, are a run-first team, and I think they want to control the game in that way. So it's possible this is going to be another unique test for Dylan Murphy to see what he can bring to the table in a game where maybe the rushing attack isn't there. Last week against Arizona, I saw some stuff from him that I really liked. And in my opinion, he proved himself a little bit in that game, but you got to keep proving yourself in college football. You don't get that many games to prove yourself in a college football career, so I'm keeping an eye on that. If he can impress, then he can continue to prove that he's the guy for at least this season, and for all we know next year. We don't know what's going on with Sam Heward yet. And yeah, other than that, I'm not too concerned about this game. I feel good about it. I don't think Utah, at least what we've seen from Utah so far this year, which is admittedly just the one game, I don't think this Utah Utes team is particularly good this year. Offensively, they looked very mediocre. They didn't score in the second half in what was a competitive and close game at that point in time. They had multiple turnovers. They gave up a lot of sacks. So Utah's offense seems to be pretty tepid. And their defense, which I'm used to them being quite good, doesn't seem like it's very good this year after one game. But you got to go out there on the field and prove it. You got to go out there having maybe limited opportunities to scheme for Utah because you didn't know you were going to play them until a few days ago. Of course, that cuts both ways. So yeah, the main thing that I want to see from this game, other than, of course, to see what Dylan Murphy has, is to see what Jimmy Lake has. Because so far through 2 games, Jimmy Lake has proven himself good as a head coach. We've done some things pretty well. We've made good decisions in terms of play calling and when to go for it. The fake punt last week against Arizona was beautiful. And that's the kind of stuff that I was worried we weren't going to get from Jimmy Lake, because Jimmy Lake is a defensive coach. I thought he was going to be the kind of guy who just wants to let his defense go win the game. Doesn't look like that's the case. But if he can continue to make those kinds of decisions, those plus EV decisions for the Washington Huskies, then maybe he can start to shed his current reputation as a bad recruiter, because under Jimmy Lake so far, the recruiting has not been great. And the only thing that can really turn that around would be him establishing himself as a good overall college coach. So that's really all I can say for this game. I feel pretty good about it. It's kind of weird playing a game when you didn't even know you were going to play this game until a few days ago. But Utah doesn't seem like they've got that much going for them this year. Again, they stopped the run pretty well against USC. Other than that, I didn't see a ton that impressed me. They gave up quite a few big plays through the air. I think they gave up like 3 or 4 plays of 20 or more yards. Yeah, should be an opportunity to move to 3-0. And the exciting thing this week is that we were not ranked in the first top 25 by the AP, but I believe we were close. I believe that we had done enough to prove that we were at least in the conversation. So you go out there tomorrow night and you handle Utah at home. Maybe you blow them out. If you blow them out, you have a chance to be ranked next week. And I know being ranked is not exactly the number one concern of a good program. I know that's not the end goal for a team like the Washington Huskies, but this year maybe it is. You know, it's a weird year. We don't have a lot of games. Maybe ending the season as a top 25 team is just going to have to be good enough. And yeah, I will be streaming the game tomorrow. I will try to stream the whole thing. I will at least stream most of it. So I'm going to stream as much of the game as I can, and we're going to watch it together, and we're going to have fun together, and we're going to see what the team has for us. So if you want to watch the Washington Huskies with me, you can do it on stream tomorrow at 4:30. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Should be an opportunity to move to 3-0 and set up an important match against Oregon, who I think is currently winning against Oregon State. So, yeah, all right. Peace out, go Hawks. Sorry about the lighting today. It's a little weird. I know that. I'm working on improving my studio, guys. In fact, this time next week, you guys will probably see the videos looking a little different, hopefully a little better, and yeah, my product will be better for it. But yeah, peace out, bow down to Washington. Come on out tomorrow night, watch the game with me, and yeah, let's go to 3-0. That's all that can be said. In a season like this, just keep on winning.